5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, greetings and salutations.
Hello, people. It's just sticky here.
Hello, Zeb.
Hi, Zeb. It's sticky. It's horrible.
It's lovely over here. Well, where I am, it's lovely. It's a cool 17 Celsius. It's cloudy. It's not raining, but I imagine that up in Portrush that it is.
Well, I'm hoping that'll
Hello, Dulsar.
keep him quiet tonight.
Oh, yes. He's got a special one. Evening, Terry.
Good evening, Terry. No, Rocky tonight, he's got it's a dog-friendly chew, and it's peanut butter and banana.
I mean, humans, yes, I'd go for that.
Yeah. It's quite a thick one, so I'm hoping it'll keep him occupied. But this is Rocky, of course.
Oh, come on. He demolishes things like that.
Well, it's only half a stick. I cut it in half. He had the other half. It did last him a little while.
Oh, right. No, Pulsar, you can't have one. No.
They do sound nice.
They do.
Yeah, I'm on the cider tonight.
Funny enough, I was going to have one, but I had it earlier today because I had a non-alcoholic cider. I had a Copperberg.
Oh, nice.
Strawberry and lime.
Nice.
Alcoholic. Very tasty.
Well, tonight is open night where and I've still got a thing. It's called in Tenby. Well, of course it is. It's Wales. Yes, it's hot and sticky here. It's an open night tonight. Night where we're going to put the well to right, well and proper tonight. So, but and we got some proper helmets of the week this week, big ones.
I'm saying nothing. I say today, I said, no, Candlelight the Spoon record. Let's hope they continue live archive release. Yes, my name was in the can, 1973 Paris release. Yeah, right. Well done, Zeb.
Excellent. Anyway, what's been going on the channel this week? Where are the movers and the shakers?
Afternoon, Mick.
Afternoon, yes. It's so. How many people have watched this week? 11,960.
Oh, it's not bad.
No, 13 new subscribers. But what have you been watching? And they're all quite recent. At number 3, 90 views. Marmalade, top 10 songs. Bad Elton John, 232. But how was this? A trip down memory lane, 10th of July 1980, 238. Proves what a popular year 1980 was.
Can't disagree with that.
No, it was a good top 10, actually. Top short, Power Slave, Iron Maiden, 1069. So what's been happening in the last 28 days? We've got 44,972 views, 61 new subscribers. Thank you very much. So what's been being watched? Number 3 with 232. Bad Elton John straight in at number 3. Status Quo album ranking in the last month, another 234 people have watched it.
Oh, crikey.
And a trip at memory lane, so it's a double number 1 for last week's top 10 video. And top short, Mick Ralph's 1,809. I expected that. So since we started way back, 839,379.
They're creeping up.
And we're 2,000 941 subs now.
Thank you to one and all.
Yes, slow but stable growth. That's how it should be. You don't want to peak too early.
That opens up such a can of worms. No,
Yes. Yeah, rest in peace, Connie Francis.
Yes. No, don't jump the gun.
We'll get another mention in a bit. So, this is the one, right? So, where are we with the top 5? Number 5, Derek Riggs, 4589. Number 4, Mike Oldfield, 4627, pulling away from Derek. And at 3, Jethro Tull, 4806. So Mike is starting to catch up with Jethro Tull. Slade is now 5599. Status Quo is now at 11,500 views.
If I remember correctly, the Jethro Tull was Shoshana Sleeping, wasn't it?
No, this is the album ranking.
It's the album ranking.
That's totally dropped now. It's gone. Paul Diano and is still there on 4531. So what have I been listening to this week out of the list? Fairport Convention. I've now done 24. We're getting there. Enjoying Mythos or Mythos, depends where you live. 5 of them. Atomic Rooster, been blasting them out. Must be driving the neighbours mad with Soft Machine. Yeah, 5 of those. New Model Army, 4. Shoes, 4. And the Jimi Hendrix posthumous albums, 4 of 13. So we're getting through them. Plus, I've been listening to lots of other good stuff as well. Yes. So it is now time for Hatches, Patches and Dispatches. I don't think he'll want to go yet because he's still gnawing away.
Oh dear, that means it's going to be a late one. Okay. Right. As William has already mentioned, yes, we have a large name in the dispatches. So we've got 7 plus 1 today. On the 11th, David Caff, British rock keyboardist. Why do you know the name? Because he was in Spinal Tap. He was also in Rare Bird. Also on the 11th, Iris Williams, Welsh jazz singer. Her death was announced on the 11th. The 13th, very sadly, Dave Cousins, English folk rock singer, songwriter and guitarist with the Strawbs, has finally left. Unfortunate. Sad loss. On the 14th, Matt Keel, Canadian hardcore punk bassist. He was in the Comeback Kid. His death was announced. And the death was announced on the 15th of Billy April. Now, Billy was a British dance producer and remixer, and he was in a group called Dryzer Bone. Lovely play on words. The 16th, as William mentioned, Connie Francis, American country and pop singer. Really big name. Sad to see her go.
Yeah, Francis Ross's favourite singer, apparently.
And Eero Räikkönen. He's a Finnish pop rock singer. He used to be in a group called The Boys. His death was announced. Now, looking back through, while I was researching who had passed this week, I came across a post and it surprised me. I thought, what? Did we not mention this? So I went back and looked, and back on the 4th of May, a death was announced, and it was announced on Facebook. There were 2 posts, one by Brand X and one by a radio show. And both posts announced the death of Jack Lancaster, co-founder of Bloodwind Pig. He was also in Aviator and several other groups. And that was the only announcement. It hasn't been put up anywhere else. So, in retrospect, he's the +1 today, Jack Lancaster. Birthdays. We've got 10 plus 1. So in the Hatches, at 47 years young, is Noah Benjamin Lennox. You might know him better as Panda Bear. He's an American musician, singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and co-founding member of the band Animal Collective. 49 today is Thomas Luther, aka Luke Bryan, American country music singer, songwriter, and TV personality. He's a judge on, is it American Idol? I think it is.
I think he is, yes.
Yeah. 52 today, we've got a pair of birthdays. Elizabeth Cook, she's an American country music singer and radio host. And Jason Rullo, American drummer, one of the founding members of Symphony X. 59 today is Louis Knox Barlow, known better as Lou Barlow. He's an American alternative rock musician, songwriter, founding member of various groups like Dinosaur Jr., Sebado, and the Folk Implosion. But he is credited with helping to pioneer the lo-fi style of rock music in the late 80s and early 90s. 62 today is Regina Bell. She's an American singer-songwriter. She had a couple of hits on her own, but she's best known for the 3 hit duets that she had with Peebo Bryson. 73 today. I think he was bigger in Europe, particularly Germany, than anywhere else. And it's David Michael Hasselhoff, the Hoff, American actor, singer, and TV personality. He's 73 today. 76 is a man that we talked about last week. Terence Michael Joseph Butler.
Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly. Geezer Butler, English retired musician who came out of retirement for Ozzy's last concert. Best known as the bassist, primary lyricist of Black Sabbath. He's also recorded and performed with Heaven and Hell, GZR, Ozzy Osbourne, Speak of the Devil, and Deadland Ritual, amongst others. 78 today is Wolfgang Flür, German musician, best known for playing percussion in the electronic group Kraftwerk from 73 to 87. And Granny tonight is 83-year young Gail Zoe Garnett. She's a New Zealand-born Canadian singer. She's best known in the US for her self-penned Grammy-winning folk hit, We'll Sing in the Sunshine. The +1, all the Brits stand up, please. It's at 78, Her Majesty Queen Camilla, Queen Consort. Happy birthday to all of you. So, the matches. Got 1 + 1. Got a match and a dismatch. Back in 1990, Motown Records founder Berry Gordy married Grace Easton. They got divorced 3 years later in 1993. Sad. And in 1975, a dismatch occurred. Ringo Starr and Maureen Cox Starkey got divorced after 10 years of marriage. Nobody seems to stay married long in the music business, do they? Not many of them, anyway. Sophomore drone. Oh, dear. Last week, it was Human League versus Thompson Twins, and Iain he selected Human League. The live vote was 12-4. The posts, or the old community, was 8-2. Overall, it's a win for Human League, 20 votes to 6. So Iain is winning 9-3. Come on, Gallery, you've got to beat him. At least draw with him. Tonight, it's the Kinks versus the Who. And currently, the last time I looked, it was 5 votes to 4 on the posts. But it's it's 5-all in the live vote.
Yeah, I said it was going to be close.
Yeah. So let's just put that 5 in there. Oh dear. Yes, it is. It's definitely going to be close. Right. Now, normally we would shoot off and do something else, but I am going to do something different tonight because last Tuesday was my cousin's partner's birthday, and she's the oldest person that we do a birthday for. She's Mary. And Mary and her partner Jean came over to visit family and friends. Post office 55 in the post office. Thank you. They were over visiting. I had hoped to go over and see them. The plan was to stop over near Iain, go down and see Jean and Mary in London, and then come back up. Unfortunately, it was also F1 weekend, and the hotel prices, whenever I first looked and said, okay, I'll get in touch with Iain and suggest this, it was going to cost me for 4 nights, it was going to cost me £400. Whenever I went to book the next day, it had changed. The price was £400 per night. So that put a kibosh on me going over to see Iain, because London prices, not a mission, not a hope in hell. But very kindly, Mary is a bit of a one-up person. And if she can beat you at something, she's very happy. And I'm happy to say that she's beat me, because Mary found something obscure. And it's a band that Iain and I had never heard of. They're an American punk band. And I am going to go turn that on. Hello, folks. And this is what Mary sent me.
Hold on. Do it properly.
Thank you. Right, I can see me. Hello. The Raging Nathans, live from Wonkfest. There they are on the back at Wonkfest. And the tracks on here, I haven't got my glasses on. How to Justify Anything, Teenage Amnesia, Control plus Alt-Right plus delete, plus delete, Dayton, A Complicated Feeling, and Nothing Nice to Say. And it was recorded live at the Dome in Tufnell Park on July 27th, 2019. Mixed and mastered by Simon Short. The Nathans are Josh, Nick, Pat, and Christian. What I do like about this is take the sleeve off. It's just a paper sleeve. It's just a simple disc in a sleeve with nothing on the label at all. So, Mary, you have outdone yourself. She really has found something obscure, absolutely brilliant. So, that's me done.
What Richard put?
Good grief, I read Waffle. Yeah, thank you, Richard. I thought somebody would. I read it wrong first whenever I took it out. Yeah, yes, it's me. And now it's not me. So, tatty bye, everybody. Boom. They're from Dayton, Ohio. Yes, I had to go and look them up. Pulsar knows them.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right, let's have a look here. Can I add Big Boys to the laundry list? Great Texas punk girl.
Those adding that to the laundry list we'll put up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right. We'll make you big. There you go.
So, what's on next week? Shall we have a look? Big day, look at that busy day Monday. We've got a birthday top 10. We're doing a Hugh Scott's cousin Colin, born the 21st of July 1973. So that should be a good one. We're continuing on with Elvis Costello. We're going to have a look at his work in the 2000s. And we've got a real corker, perfect side. Richard S. in America likes this band, so we're going to do the Colts. Their album Sonic Temple.
Sorry, I'm just looking at this the discography for this band, and the first one is Live at Raoul's Club. It's a split LP.
Oh, cool.
I'll put them down as 4 for the moment, Zeb. Ian and
We'll have a look into that, no problem.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at Tuesday. How's a bit of this? A bit of Count Raven. A request and retro ranking. We're going to do some swamp music. We're going down to the jungle with Creedence Clearwater Revival and my favourite songs by a great band. Wednesday is Marathon Days, of course. And what have we got this week? We've got a bit of kayak, a bit of Dutch Prague. Yes. Not many pictures of kayak on the internet, I'm afraid. That was the best one I could come up with. So there we go. Yeah, a bit of kayak. Yeah, look at this. Everyone's going mad for some good stuff next week. So we'll have a look on what are we doing on Thursday. Let's get rid of that. So Thursday, got another good sophomore. We've got Bread and their second album, On the Waters, against Steely Dan's Countdown to Ecstasy. Should be an interesting one. And then we've got another 1980 top 10, but this was in America. Will there be much difference? Plenty. So that's on Thursday. So what's Friday going to bring us? Oh, a bumper day for Friday. It's Zeb's birthday. And Zeb, he could not find the Norwegian top 10. Oh, Dave.
I looked. I found some stuff, and Ian couldn't pronounce it. He couldn't even get past the first 3 consonants.
So, Zeb, you got as you like British music, you've got the English top 10. Then we're going to do a live album ranking of ABBA. That'll get Richard McCook happy. And we got 2 new albums. The new album from Styx, Circling from Above. And I know he was in the chat not long ago, Chris Mann, and I know he likes a bit of Joe Bonamassa. So we'll be looking at Joe Bonamassa's new album. And I've heard a few tracks off it. And I watched a live concert last night. It was whipping through YouTube, and it was live from the festival at Montreux Festival. So I put it on, and it was fantastic. Yes, I saw that. So let's just do that and remove that. So that's what's up next week.
And then we do that. Afternoon, Richard.
Richard, yes, you'll like next week's Perfect Side, Sonic Temple. That's all I will say, because he knows the album. Anyway, that's all the stuff. I think so.
I have to.
I've got one topic to talk about, but I'm going to wait until everyone else is upon that, because I want to see what they think about it. But my topic tonight, it's nothing to do with music.
Yep.
It's called some people around here think that we're still living in medieval England.
Hey.
And they are doing bonfires in the middle of the day when the windows are open and trying to smog us out.
Yep.
Why?
Especially whenever it's muggy, because the smoke doesn't rise as much. It stays. It hangs around.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
horrible.
this afternoon, it was happened this afternoon. It looked seen out of the fog.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, I changed my T-shirt because I smelt like an old wood fire. It was this disgusting. I mean, they have been reported to the environmental health.
Yeah, so they should. Because you're actually in a smokeless zone.
I am.
Yeah.
Are
They should.
burning
They
witches?
should be, Nick. They should be.
Yes, they're burning witches. How do you know she's a witch?
Hey.
A famous line from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Mhm.
No, they're still harping on about Aussie.
That's going to run and run and run.
Yeah, I'm going to save the other one up for when other people come up because it should be fun. And I've got something else to show you. But what I can talk about, and I forgot to mention this today. Okay, we're doing the sophomore drone. Now, I think during October.
Only if they went the same as a ducky.
Yeah, so in the month of October, why don't I would like yeah. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by my panelists here. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, so during the month of October, you can decide what the sophomore battles are going to be. So what I will make a little video, just probably over the weekend, and to say we're going to do it like that. And I want you to put all your things. And what we'll do, we'll put them on a wheel. Well, Dave will put them on a wheel. And then we'll pick out the 4 that we're going to use. But don't fear, if you're not on that one, we will use the other ones again. So we'll do that. So we'll need them in, if we're doing them in October, we'll need them by the middle of September. So get thinking. Try and keep them in the same genre.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want Frank Sinatra's second album going up against Slayers. Ooh, that'll upset some people.
Yes, yes, it will. Well.
Yeah, so yeah, we don't go for the extremes. Try and keep it in the same genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't want Slayer against Frank Sinatra. It just won't be right.
Oh, that's a hands down win for Frank Sinatra.
I would say so as well. But
yeah.
So that's something to rattle your brains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got time. You've got a whole 2 months.
Yeah, well, September. Yeah, the end of September. Well, middle of September, because that's when I do the sort of work and start doing the schedules for the following month. So yeah, I thought I'd throw it out onto because we've done it in the past, haven't we? With as well, and there's some real good ones come up, and I'm sure you're such a talented bunch of people. I'm sure you will come up with some excellent ones. And try and think of ones that we haven't sort of touched, or we have never done any country ones. We haven't done a crooners. Deep Purple. That could be.
Yeah. That's the one. That's going to be the highlight of the series. That is.
Yeah, Megadeth versus the Gum. 7 tiers. And P Cells who's buying. Yeah.
Oh,
now that would be an interesting one, Terry, wouldn't it? Doing the second album of Mark 2 Purple. Well, we've done Mark.
You done Purple.
Yeah.
No,
Wobbles versus Genesis, or the Wombles, yeah. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
So we've done Genesis.
Have we done Genesis? Yeah.
I think we have.
Yeah, we've done. got a real good one coming up, and I've had to,
Wombles versus anyone.
yeah, I've had to check on one because if you look on some sites, the second album is not the one that I put, but I now have found it officially.
Evening, Andy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Tomac.
Yeah. We like things like that.
Nick.
Oh, Nick, that is top draw. That is top draw.
That is, that's it. Oh, Richard. Tracy Chapman Crossroads versus to take around the sweet keeper.
Please write down. Yeah, we'll write that one.
Oh,
That one could work. Well, I'll put that on the wheel. Thank you, Richard. You see, Richard comes up with a sensible one. I look like the others. So I'll write this down. Tracy Chapman. Grassroots. How very dare you? I like that album, The Sweet Keeper. Right. See, I've got one lined up as well for next month, which will be an interesting one. Oh dear, they're coming through here. Look at this.
I need that one.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That in there. Right. Which one's
really
that?
good ones.
Laura Nairo versus Joni Mitchell. Okay.
That'd be a corker. Bell and Sebastian versus Slayer. Now that's a good one, Andy. I'm sorry, Zeb. I have put WD-40 on it. I need to have a look at it again. It may need some grease on it. So that is job one over the weekend. Well, I'll just do a temporary thing. I haven't done the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think they're on the list somewhere, Simon. If not, they should be.
They are on the.
Yeah, they're somewhere on the list. Right. Right. I'm going to just go and get the WD-40. No, Rocky, you can't. You don't want this. So no, your joints mine could do with it. All right. Live on air, we're going to sort out because it's annoying Zeb.
Let's see, that's better. The album.
Styx v Journey. That's a good one.
3, 4. You know what? 3.
It's less squeaky, but I think I need to get some more grease on it. Oh, Tom Petty versus Neil Young.
You know what? You've done Red Hot Chili Peppers, Then and Now, and 2 new albums. I know. But I'm not finding the Red Hot Chili Peppers anywhere else.
Oh, better put them down.
I thought you had done them. I'm surprised I'm not finding them. That's very strange. Very
No,
strange.
it's not.
Okay, let's look here.
Hawkwind and Gong. Yes. Right, I can't write. I'm writing these down.
You're going to have to write them down while I'm looking up other stuff.
Right. Okay, that keeps us going. So, Damned Vida Banshees.
Red Hot Chili Peppers are 13 albums. Ba-bam. That's nice.
That's a nice one. That'll get done quite quickly.
Well, there's a load of other stuff that.
But is it for marathons? Easy marathons. Grateful Dead.
I'm really surprised that we hadn't.
Steve Miller Band.
Ooh. All right.
Well, Zeb, one of them, I'm not going to tell you which one, but one of them is coming up. Them two. Right, I'm running out of paper now.
Right, let's see. It was Simon that asked for that.
I've done that one. I've done, have I done Soft Machine, Pink Floyd, may not? I don't know. So I'll just write down the Hollies. If you got any more until I put the video up, put them in the comments on this video.
Hmm.
Right. Thank you very much, folks.
Right, Red Hot Chili Peppers 13 albums added to the list. Thank you, Simon. Right, Fanny versus the Go-Go. Ooh, that's a good one. Fanny versus the Go-Go's.
Well, I'll put that one as the last one because I'm going to skip
this is way back.
Nice Faces ELP. That'd be a good one. Right, no more, folks, or I'll be spending all night writing these down. There we go. Thank you very much, folks. Flanders and Swan versus Flanagan and Allen. Right. Oh, yeah. It is a hot, sticky one here. Let's have a look at the football. Oh, dear. That's not good. That's not good at all.
Ooh, that's an interesting one, Terry. Crosby, Stills, and Nash versus America.
Yes. Anyway. We'll start the proper discussion when people come up because what I wouldn't
journey. Yeah, I'm just doing catch up.
Patty Boulay versus Roger Waters versus David Gilmour. No, Roger Waters and Gilmour. I'm going to write that one down. So that'll keep us going. I'm surprised Nick hasn't thought of anyone to go, the Soap Girls to go up against.
Let's see. Hawkwind versus Gong.
Yeah, that'll keep us busy. So there's some pretty good ones.
Versus Jar.
Good evening, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
There's some really good ones coming up there, isn't there?
There are. There's some really, really interesting ones, but yeah.
But Megadeth has gone by Dance Stand. It's just outstanding. Oh, anyway, I don't know what to do first. I'll wait on that one because when it comes up. But
You know what?
well,
I've just had a thought. Somebody came up and suggested Mike Oldfield versus Jean-Michel Jarre or Vangelis. How about a three-way tie?
oh God, no. That makes it even wilder for me.
I think that would be a good one, to be honest. You think Oldfield's second album, Jean-Michel Jarre's second album, and Vangelis, not Aphrodite's Child, Vangelis on his own, his second album.
Could do. I'll see what I think.
That's
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, you don't probably get as much as me, Mike, but how do you know there's fans out there that are totally obsessed with an artist?
Yeah.
And when you poo-poo them, you become Satan. Now, yesterday, you know, I've been putting up for the last hour. I've been putting David Bowie's albums up in order as a short on a Wednesday, and it's Earthling. Now, I can't stand Earthling because it's a dance album. I can't get on with it. So they were pretty low scores. So some chap thought it was a thing to tell me not to bother do it or pack up. Basically, it's a fantastic album. And I just put the usual thing, be polite. And then he started getting fitting. I said, no, it's a turd. It's a turd in his catalogue. And laughing and joking, and then the abuse. I mean, I took him down. So if you're watching this, you know, don't tell me how to run my channel. And I'm not obsessed with an artist. Now and I was talking to Simon about it. This guy was the equivalent of road rage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone loves band, but this obsession, I don't get it. I mean, I love Quo and I love Slade, but I'm not obsessed by them. I just find it very unhealthy. What do you think, Mike? Do you think it's...
Well, it's just, as you say, it's a little bit unhealthy, isn't it? And I mean, I was thinking this week that I'm getting a bit jaded about sort of like the whole VC thing at the moment. A lot of the channels, because we see the same stuff over and over again. And, you know, you can see that, I mean, you know, certain channels, they are totally obsessed with a certain, you know, certain band or maybe a certain genre of music. And, you know, and I think when people don't accept that maybe you've got a different opinion about their favourite band than they do. And, you know, the bands I like, I don't like them, you know, any less because somebody has criticised. Or, you know, or even someone said, oh, I'm not really too sure about that, you know. It doesn't alter my enjoyment of the music at all. And it would be pretty pointless, wouldn't it, if we all had exactly the same opinions about all of the music.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's another guy. He thought I was a bit thing, but he sort of appreciated because we were talking properly. I says, well, you know, I'm more of a 70s Bowie because that was when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I love it. And he sort of got that. But then he did point out, although you probably, you know, it's not his best album, but as a produced and the sound. And when I read it, I actually got what he was saying.
Yeah.
But I totally get where you're coming from, but I don't like this sort of music. But I agree with you on what you said about how the makeup of the album, and he changed all the time, and that's a proper conversation, an adult conversation about music, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely fine, isn't it? Yeah, but
You say something bad. Oh God, you know, you think
Yeah.
they think it's the end of the world, and you know,
You're the spawn of Satan, and you're going to be burnt at the stake.
yeah, Richard's got it right. I appreciate all eras of Bowie. Yeah, I do, but there's certain eras that I sort of draw to, and
yeah,
I think that's with anybody. You can't. I mean, the topic at the moment is Black Sabbath, and there was a thing about who was the best singer in Black Sabbath, and people, oh, it's got to be Ozzy, and then people said, well, no, he wasn't the best singer for
No, God
Sabbath.
no.
I know we was talking about, there was a conversation going on, and I put Tony Martin purely because on stage he could sing Ozzy and Dio songs perfectly, and then someone says, "What about Glenn Hughes when he did that Seven Star?" I mean, Glenn Hughes is a fantastic rock singer, full stop. No, he was a good singer. I would have loved him to sing some of the others, but to say, oh, there's only one Ozzy, well, no. And like he's the be all and end all of heavy metal. Excuse me, there are other bands that contributed to heavy metal. Okay, Black Sabbath were probably the first, but Rob Halford, Bruce Dickinson, Paul Di'Anno, Biff Bifford, they all did their bit for heavy metal. And I don't like it when people put people on pedestals, regardless of what they've done. If they get, oh, they're great. No, they should have packed up years ago. What? Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne should have packed up in 2005, as far as I'm concerned.
But yeah, I mean, everybody has their favourite era, and like Richards was saying, that everybody, that he appreciates all the eras of David Bowie. Now, for me, the golden age of David Bowie is the early 70s,
Yes,
late 60s, early 70s, and and that was when I was sort of introduced to Bowie. I mean, I was a teenager at school, and David Bowie was all the rage, and I must admit there's some David Bowie that I just don't get. But what I do appreciate about all of David Bowie's stuff is the guy was able to reinvent himself over and over again. That he'd move, he'd move in a completely different direction. And whatever he did, he was able to hack it. Do you know what I mean? It was he was always, he was always part of the game. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, and I've got every respect. I had all the respect for him for that because he was a legend. And his writing never ceased to amaze me. Even the stuff I don't like. You read the lyrics, and they're fantastic lyrics.
Yeah.
He was a great writer. You've got to appreciate that. I think people writing is it's a natural gift, I think, to write like that. Any singer, I mean, you think of some of the duo singers, like Lennon McCartney, Noddy Holder, Jim Lee, even Francis Rossi and Bernie Frost and Bob Young, and they could do tunes. They, like Caroline and Down Down and all that. Great poppy tunes. Sparks, Russ and Ron write terrific lyrics. It's a gift.
They're still, absolutely on top of their game, aren't they?
Yeah, and they reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
And I think,
you say they reinvent themselves, but I think that Ron looks eerily the same as he did in the 1970s.
Yeah. I remember my granddad. What he said about him.
Yeah. So, I can remember that my old man goes, "What's that bloke doing? Looking like Adolf Hitler?"
You see, my granddad, one of the things he says, because obviously Charlie Chaplin was still, alive then.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, Charlie's looking good for his age.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in 74, 72, 70, Charlie Chaplin was still with us. I mean, he died in 77. So, yeah, so that was so funny.
Yeah.
Now, for my granddad to say that, now he wasn't up on pop music, but I'm sure he used to watch Top of the Pops with us if he was about, and I think he did it just to make us laugh, and there's not many granddads that sit and watch Top of the Pops with you.
No, absolutely not. But yeah. I mean, the whole thing about people who are musicians, particularly sort of rock and pop musicians, and I mean those that those that write their own stuff that sort of have got sort of total control over their creativity, but they are talented people, and whatever the music is, whatever genre they sort of choose to that they choose to go into, they're able to write good music, and I think we should appreciate that.
That's it. You can dislike people, what they do, but I always like listening to what they write. Or listen to, or let's have a look at the lyrics. So you look at the lyrics and go, wow, there's some good, strong words there.
Yeah. Nowadays, I have to sort of refer to the printed lyrics more and more. That I'm really, really prone to mishearing what's going on.
Yes, and then you get lyrics like Half Man, Half Biscuit, and are just
yeah. But I mean, I think they're a bit of an exception, really, because they kind of talk to people like us, don't they? It's part of the same popular culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like like the punk bands. You just read the lyrics, quite meaningful. Some of them lyrics, or it's about everyday life.
Yeah,
and that's how they expressed. I mean, I think Stiff Little Fingers, their lyrics, very in a political way, with Northern Ireland and that, they got their feelings over in their music.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of, I think they're a really good example. That they're very much sort of part of the society that they grew up in. If they were English, they wouldn't be the band that they became.
No, I mean,
they still probably would have been bloody good, but it's that they talk about their own experiences.
Yeah, it's like when my granddad saw Boy George for the first time.
Oh God, yeah, I know. I know.
My mum was not impressed.
Yeah, seems like a nice boy.
Yeah, but that's another thing. That's another thing about about pop music. Really, it's got the ability to shock the older generation. And that has, and that kind of means something. It's the music. When you're growing up, you listen to music and you say, yeah, that's this is our music. This is the music that talks to us. And not to the old folks.
It's like Elvis in the 50s. I mean, they were horrified with his gyrating thighs, weren't they?
Well, that's right. That's right. I mean, there was all sorts of reasons why sort of people hated Elvis Presley. Because again, it's like punk later on. Presley was seen as a sort of a threat to sort of everything that people hold dear. It was a sort of it's the end of society as we know it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we went to see the Damned at the Derngate, the first band to play in the Derngate. Now, all these people, I think they'd trained them, to sell choc ices in the interval and, all that nonsense. And they opened the doors up to 12,000 punks.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to sit down.
Yeah. You would think that a punk band wouldn't really be the best choice for a brand new venue, would you?
No. And the thing was when there was all these people, they work. Oh, sit down. And Captain Several says, they ain't gonna fucking sit down.
Exactly.
And the place went, "Wah!"
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it got a bit sweaty in there, and then when they started pogoing down the front, was brilliant. I mean, luckily I was up in one of the Muppet boxes, as I call them, and but it was great to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just fascinated by it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it on telly and that, but to actually, I mean, I wasn't young. I was 20, so it wasn't like I was naive or anything. I just wanted to go to a punk concert.
Yeah, why not?
I can't think of a better one to go to, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that sort of time, because the punk, sort of a lot of the punk bands were sort of had kind of moved on a little bit. Sex Pistols obviously were long gone. So yeah, the Damned were, they were there at the start, weren't we?
Yeah, I mean, it was when Orgasmatron came out. So David Vayner got that huge white streak in his hair. He looked absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
It was a great concert. And when Uriah Heep, when I saw them, I thought, I wonder if that. But they'd sort of realised that they will not get people sitting down in rock concerts. No. They were a little bit more. Didn't mind people standing up and going down the front. I'm making a return.
Hey,
how are you?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Are you recovering?
Alive.
I think I'm almost at 100%. I was it was a slow motion fall. And my hand was point of first contact, the fingers, So,
ouch.
And I didn't really know I had a problem until when I got home that night, and it looked like a balloon.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was all in the course of the channel because I was in Shinjuku, and I'm working on a walking video of all the stores there, and I was retracing steps, and I didn't see a curve.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Yes,
so. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, Michael?
Yes.
Yes. And we'll go full tracking, please.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
And very good. It's still got a couple more days.
Well, whatever. Let me know.
Okay. So what's new, guys?
Not much.
Well, first bit of news: you're alive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Thanks to national health care.
Exactly.
Good.
And secondly, we're talking about obsessive fans that when you put something that they don't like, they just throw abuse at you. I've had a rather abusive. I'm the son of Satan, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I should pack up. And then he commented that it's hardly content.
You're a content tsunami, Ian.
Yeah, I know what I wanted to put, but I refrained. And guess what he said? I've unsubbed.
I've unsubbed, yes.
Oh
yes.
no! No, what a threat! What a threat! You know
I
what?
mean-
I would love to be called the son of Satan.
Yeah,
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 that's
rock on.
great. Yeah.
So I've been doing a little shopping these days, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
And I was at
show us.
I was in Hong Kawagoe at that place, Hoshireko. It's in that historic district where they pull people around on carts. You know, where the man pulls a woman on a cart.
Oh
And
yeah.
for 1,200 yen, I'd always been curious. This record has been recommended to me by friends for a long time, and I've never ever really. I liked their music when I was a kid, but it was so overplayed. And this is kind of a really bluesy record, and it's got a kickoff track called "I'll Be Creeping," and I guess it was done by 3 Day Night, but it's a really slow, like a boiling song, like a slow boiling song. And this is free if you didn't recognize the,
yes,
Oh yeah.
and maybe this will be the only free record I get for a while because I really didn't like.
Yeah.
I loved, but I didn't really. I don't know if this is. If sometimes I think the Japanese versions are different than the Western versions. I didn't know this had a gatefold. Has no OB.
I always want to know who took the photo.
Well, yes, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like it's like she's. It's kind of like a graveyard thing, isn't it? It's weird.
Yes.
It's really odd. I guess she's not wearing a top.
No, I'd say she doesn't.
Yeah. And it's got the insert. And I'll tell you, when you get out your phone and you put on Google Translate, Japanese really write a lot about the groups. I mean, this has got the whole history, like starting from like the year they were born, and everything
Really?
in their lives. It's really detailed. I mean, they had editors come in and write about all the stuff. The other thing I got that was 1,200 yen, by the way. That was a $9 record. I don't think it's ever been played. The Obi's missing, so it was like $9, right?
Wow.
Other than a little bit of mold, which you're always going to get. And I went to Judgment Records. They're in Nishi Nakano. The guy used to run the jazz division at Disc Union, and this was 800 yen. I got 3 records for 800 yen each. This is Otis Clay. He's a blues singer out of Chicago. He actually thought I was buying an Otis Redding compilation. You ever do something so stupid? And I got it home. It's quite good. It's a live record. He came with his band, and they played in Tokyo, and the crowd just loves him. It's really funny because he's speaking to the crowd in English, and they're not getting anything that he's saying, And kind of like a blues gospel singer. What does he do? His big hit was "I Die a Little Each Day." He does a cover of "Turn Back the Hands of Time." Probably Nadine would know this guy pretty well, but it's a nice record. It's a nice live record, and I also got for 800 yen. I've always was curious. I should have gotten a later record by them. Dumb me. This is the Staple Singers. It's a little bit early. It's a little like nanny music. It's really well recorded. It's not church gospel music. Don't be fooled. I mean, it's kind of like it's pop gospel. But I always like what's her name? What's Mavis Staples?
Yeah.
And again, I think I should get a later record by them because it's not really a quintessential, and I like to have quintessential records. And what I got also, and this is really kind of like saving the best for the last. You know that I go on about this woman Genya Ravan. I finally got this. This is their first record called Construction Number One, and I realized when I played this record why I fell in love with them when I was so young. And it's a song called Tightrope, and they played. They only had 3 records. They played at the Atlanta Pop Festival. It was never recorded, but they did "Eye of the Needle," which was probably their first hit. But the song that really gets you is "Tightrope" because of the bass line, and it's really kind of a mix. She's kind of like Aretha and Janis Joplin mixed together. That's the best way to describe her. And so I got all 3 records now. I've got their first, second, and third. So happy about that. And a completist.
Hey, excellent.
Nice records. That Otis Clay album, I thought, I know that name. And I've just been thinking, when I was in Chicago, we went to the Chicago Blues Club one evening.
Right.
And the wall there, and it's basically pictures of Chicago. And there was a picture of him on the wall with Muddy Waters, all the Chicago blues people. So and I do recall that I think they're playing their music. But they play the music. Oops, you've gone all big again. That was me flicking. There we go. Yeah. So
yes,
yeah,
Nick, they are. It's like by a magnet. They're 30% cheaper, at least. And I was really thinking of how funny the whole. One of the things when I interview record stores is I ask them how have record collectors changed over the years, and what the guy at Flower said to me, he said Japanese never cared about the obi until the foreigners made it so important.
Ah,
Are you with
yeah.
me? It's always with Japan. It's always an outside influence that changes how the market works in Japan. It's never the Japanese themselves. It's always the outside force. And so, but it's really kind of funny because this paper, it's like paper it's not silk. It's not like archival. It's really kind of cheap paper. And it gets so fragile. So we're in 2025 and people are trading records from the late 60s, early 70s with obies on them. And the paper is so fragile. It's like pretty soon people are going to be showing records on YouTube wearing white gloves, because the obi is going to turn into powder and disintegrate because it's just not going to hold up over long periods of time. Yeah. Toya without the obi, please. Yes, because that would be covering her breast.
Yeah. I mean, it's not surprising, is it, that an obi strip is going to sort of really degrade sort of quite quickly because it's on, it's on the outside of the album. Because when you buy sort of albums from, say, the 1970s, if the original paper inner is there, it's invariably discolored, isn't it? It's just it's just the aging process.
Yep.
So yeah, it's not surprising. But I had an interesting conversation with the owner of All the Sound. Yeah, and he has some quite expensive records in there, and they're all sort of high up on the wall, and
right.
And I noticed that they had, I think it was the only album by Fairfield Parlour called From Home to Home, and I've got it just on CD, and it's a wonderful bit of pop psych. And had a look at £400.
Right.
So I said to her, I'd really love that. I said, but there's no way I'm paying £400. And what do you think he said the reason was it was so expensive? that we've talked about before.
Okay. I can't remember.
Something that has been artificially inflating the price of some records. And certain contingents in the VC contribute to that greatly.
Let's see.
What do you reckon?
They ended up being called Kaleidoscope.
They did, yeah, but this is more general. It's not particularly about the band. It's about the.
Is it on Vertigo Swirl?
It is. It is. Yeah.
So it's on Vertigo.
It's on Vertigo, but more importantly, it's the Vertigo Swirl label.
Right.
Isn't it, Dave? Hey, Dave! Look, Dave! It's Vertigo Swirl, Dave. As somebody might say.
And so, did they do a segment about that particular record? Did they include it in one of their shopping expeditions?
Well, it's just saying that sort of like he knows that sort of like fairly. I mean, it's a fairly recent thing, that Vertigo Swirl labels have been selling. They've been highly collectible,
Right?
And people buy them not for the music, but for the label. There are people out there that want to be completists on on that particular, and it's a particular kind of subsection of a record label, isn't it? It's those that are on the Swirl label, and of course, it has to have the inner sleeve that continues the pattern, and and he said it's just high. He said you wouldn't believe how the prices of those records have sort of inflated, compared to sort of records of a similar sort of vintage that may have been, a similar price, 3 or 4 years ago. But he said, and then he said, it's great news for me, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's false inflation.
Yes, it is false inflation.
It is. And when I got home, I had a look on Discogs to see sort of like what the most expensive sort of copy of the Fairfield Parlour album was. £4,500. Would you buy a record for £4,500?
No, I wouldn't buy one for 1,200 quid either.
No. But I mean,
I've never heard of, or when you listen to it, it's not that good.
Yeah. But even if it was my favourite album in the whole world, there's no way I could. I could justify that to myself, or more importantly, to my wife.
If I got myself a cheap record player and an ink brush and black ink, I could put that present that I got from Mary on a turntable, turn it on, put the brush on, and make a Vertigo Swirl, and see how much I could sell an obscure record for.
Hey! I didn't realise you were into counterfeiting, Dave.
Did you see this record he showed, Michael?
What's that?
Did you see? He showed this. What was the name of the band?
The Raging Nathans.
Mavens?
Nathans.
Out of New Jersey?
Out of Dayton, Ohio.
The Raging Nathans.
Yeah. They were a punk band.
Oh, Simon.
Nice one, Simon.
I think that the most expensive record sought after in Japan right now is "Please Please Me" Parlophone for $6,700. That one right there.
Oh, God, £1,000,000 yen. Oh,
$6,700.
yeah. Wow.
and I've seen it. It's hanging in. It's hanging in a in an apartment shop, and
Hang on. How much did you say? 67?
$6,756
Oh, right. Yeah.
at the yen to the dollar is 147. The dollar's been getting a lot stronger against the yen, and it's low. It's weaker against other currencies. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but
It's only
it's definitely pointing
£5,000.
towards 150 again.
Oh, it's like when at my Queen Live at Wembley album, apparently that goes for, I was told, about £450 on Discogs. I mean, I paid $8.99 for it when it came
Right.
out.
Well, yeah. I mean, have you seen Richard's latest video?
No, I'm going
You
to.
did a video about Discogs prices, didn't you, Richard? And yeah, it's just incredible, isn't it? And you think, how can this possibly be worth?
Well, what a funny video would be, listing something at a market price and doing a video about how much time it takes to actually sell it. Nobody ever talks about that. Okay. So
No.
the guy at Wall of Sound, he's got a record on his wall for £400. How long has it been up there, and when will it sell?
Well, it hasn't been up there very long, because I don't think it was in there last time I went in, which was about a fortnight ago. But
Okay.
he did tell me that he sold one he sold a Vertigo album for 450 quid in the last the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I can't remember what it was. It will come to me, but I can't remember which album it was. But he does sell stuff. But the thing is, his bread and butter, is selling records to people like me. And
I think that's a little plug for tomorrow night.
Well, because you're a consistent buyer, you're a regular buyer, you're a regular customer, so that's why you're his bread and butter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I never buy super expensive albums from him. I like to look at them, but
Same.
I don't. I just can't justify it to myself.
There's a perfectly valid question.
Yeah.
Where are people getting that kind of money for records?
Do you know what I think? I think that quite often people are sort of, maybe they don't really have the money. They're doing something else, but they see it as an investment. And I don't think sort of vinyl records are a particularly stable form of investment.
Agreed.
Oh no.
I think the bottom can fall out of the market sort of quite quickly.
But the thing is that it's a passion for people because they know it. You can't talk somebody out of buying as an investor, because if they know the music so well, they know the history of the pricing, what other records have gone for. They're so invested. They're so passionate. There's no way you can talk somebody out of doing that at all.
No.
Yeah. I have a friend in Tokyo who does this, who's so leveraged. I mean, he sinks all of his money into rare records, and he's constantly finding records at like Book Off and at discount houses and flipping them for bigger bucks to buy records for the investment, because he's really of the belief that that's going to be his retirement. You cannot talk people out of that. I mean, at all, because he doesn't know stocks.
No, I mean, I wouldn't dare play a record for 450. Like I bought 400 quid on my turntable.
Well, that's it, isn't it? But this is the thing, isn't it? And we've kind of talked about this before, about the difference between, or the sort of synergy between, sort of being a record collector, being a music lover. and they're not quite the same things, are they?
No.
You know,
No.
because I buy, you know, I like buying stiff singles. I mean, and that's the sort of collector inside of me. You know,
But that's inexpensive. That's very inexpensive.
oh yes, it's not. It's not this sort of kind of rush to, you know, to invest, but it's a sort of collector's mentality, isn't it? It's sort of, you know, you say, oh, there's this set of records out there called the stiff singles, and I would like to get a copy of each one of them. But by and large,
the thing is, Mike, you were buying records when Stiff were at their prime, and it's a natural thing, you know, that you like a lot of the artists that are on Stiff records anyway. So
yeah, but I bought some, you know, I bought some pretty duff Stiff singles, you know, to tell you the truth, and there are plenty out there. There are plenty Stiff singles that are just not great. But yeah, but you know, sort of, you know, 99 times out of 100, I buy a record because I want to listen to it.
Right.
But going back to the investors, maybe the investors are right. You know, maybe they are, you know, sitting on a gold mine.
Well, the thing is that, like right now, punk records are going for an incredible premium, right? You know, there are early Black Flag and Fear records. I mean, you know, people are buying and selling them at like $500 because they didn't press that many to begin with. It was a short press run.
Yeah,
yes, I think that's a good idea. Do you, Mike? That's a tier.
I think we could do that. We could do. Yeah. If we stick to the ones that are in the charts.
Yeah.
You know, and I can imagine which ones are going to be up there and which ones are not.
The top 30 selling Stiff records of all time, singles of all time. Top.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Terry,
if you can organise that, then
we'll organise that.
And I reckon Nick would love that.
Yeah,
Nick would. The Gang of Four would like that one. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'll write that down, Terry. Thank you very much for that suggestion.
Yeah, we'll enjoy doing that one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
and between all of you, you'd have all of them, right, in your collections.
Sorry?
Between a bunch of you, you would have all of those Stiff singles to show.
I don't think we will. I think there will be one in particular that will be missing because I don't have it. I've got a French copy of this, and it's the Dams New Rose that I didn't buy at the time, and they cost a lot of money, and you don't really see them. But there was a reissue. There was a reissue sort of a few years ago, and that's not too bad. But yeah. But there's all the Iain Jury and the Madness, and then who else made the charts? Tracy Ullman had quite a few, didn't she?
Yeah,
Later on. Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, I'll have a look. We might have to do so we don't have all the madness and all.
Yeah.
I think
we could end up doing the Madness tier ranking all over again.
Yeah, so well, something.
Well, we could, maybe we could exclude them, couldn't we? So yeah, we've done that already. Yeah. You know what, Nick? £100 is about my limit. Yeah, Elvis Costello. Yeah, thing is, most of Costello's big hits came after he left Stiff.
Yes,
because he went off to Radar, didn't he? With a few of the others. Yeah. That should be a good one.
I'll have a look at that one.
Yeah. Can I show you an album that I bought?
Sure. Of course.
The record fair. don't make me big yet.
Okay.
Yeah, while this gone, did you know that Jack Lancaster, of Podlin Pig had passed away?
No, I didn't. But I knew that the guitarist from Straub's passed away.
Yeah, but so when Dave was doing this, they found out that Jack Lancaster passed away in May, and it was only put on a Facebook page. Did you know that?
Sorry, what?
Jack Lancaster,
Pig.
Bloodwind Pig, passed away in May.
I just tuned in when Dave mentioned that. Yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea.
No,
Yeah.
couldn't do a
Yeah.
tribute
I
to
mean
him.
the big one, or the big two, two legends that we lost for different reasons. Legends for different reasons. Obviously, Dave Cousins,
Right.
an absolute legend of sort of proggy folk, I suppose.
Yeah,
And then of course the keyboardist from the Great Spinal Tap.
yeah, Viv Savage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Red. He was fantastic.
There's a really good quote from him. And he said, "As long as there's sex and drugs, I can do without the rock and roll."
Yeah. He was such a talent, though. He was such a talent.
Yeah. But I mean, the guys, the actors really, weren't they? And they,
Yes.
and they actually became a credible band.
I mean, it was a coup when they put in Spinal Tap together, wasn't it? They got David Graff of Rare Bird and Rick Parnell from bloody Atomic Rooster. You can't get any better than that, can you?
No. Anyway, I've got this album, and it only cost me £8, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's just I just love the cover of this, right? So this is
Oh yeah, I remember that record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Do yourself a favour, at least once a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that I'll step back. Is the
Wow.
brilliant,
That is brilliant.
yeah, and it's in
What a
perfect
find. That's
condition.
beautiful.
Yeah, with the map of Wales, and I don't know if you can see. There's sort of all the Welsh people with barge poles pushing Wales away from England.
Yeah, that is brilliant. That is brilliant.
Yeah, I
It's a good
just
album.
yeah. So that's I just thought I'd show you. It's a lovely album cover.
Is it a studio record? That man, is it studio or is it a live record?
It's a studio album.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I mean, it looks like it should be a live album.
Because that's what they're best known for, right? I mean, they were most appreciated as a live band.
Yeah.
They were a great jam band, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, there was this kind of like, heady mixture of sort of blues and prog and straightforward rock and roll, really. They're always good, and they always had a nice sense of humour as well, I think. Yeah.
Hi,
Simon.
Hi,
Hello, how
Simon.
you doing?
Not too
Good.
bad.
How's it going?
Sweaty.
All right.
It's a warm one, isn't it? Christ almighty.
Yeah, it's a sticky one.
It
Yeah.
is.
I hear the UK's having a bit of a heat wave.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We can't deal with it, Mike.
I
It's
know.
too much for us.
I know.
All the
You're
pieces.
sensitive people.
We are.
Yeah, I mean, what makes me laugh, all this thing, we've had 3 days of hot weather. And then someone on social media put, you should have been in 76. We had it from June till September, every day.
Yeah.
That's it.
That was a great summer. Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I spent most of it outside. And
Yeah.
we had a big garden, and we'd got one of the scout tents, because my dad was a scout.
What were the bands of that year?
1976.
God, what was
So
going on
many.
in 76? What was we listening to?
What was the hits?
That's
Go.
probably Fleetwood Mac and Allman Brothers and Grand Funk Railroad and
Love is Like Oxygen Suite. That was around
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Chicago, If You Leave Me Now was a hit then.
Yeah,
Pussycat, Mississippi. That was a hit from summer of 76.
yeah, yeah. I think that you know the summer of '76 was for sort of chart music. I think it was a bit of a sort of a lull. You know, things were not going well for music.
No,
It was summer of '76, and you had to wait till the autumn to get New Rose and then Anarchy and
yeah, we I remember that summer we slept most out in the summer. We had one of these big. There's a type of tent we used to use. It's called an Icelandic, and it held 8 people. You could
Right.
sleep up in it. Well, we could because we were kids, and all through that summer holiday, that tent was packed at night with people. The street, the whole, you know, that's where we spent the summer in this tent. And then some of us went off to camp in the New Forest. And we couldn't have a bonfire, of course. We couldn't do everything. All the food had to be cooked inside in this little hut. There was no grass. It was all yellow. And England got tanked by the West Indies.
oh
When
god,
did Schools Out for Summer came out? 73 was that?
yeah, it was early '70s, wasn't it? Because it was yeah. Alice Cooper suddenly sort of like arrived on the scene, didn't he? And you got Schools Out, you got elected. And what was the other big single about that time from Alice Cooper?
So, Silly Love Songs, Afternoon Delight, Starlight Vocal Band, Don't Go Brick in My Heart, Elton John, Kiki D,
Yeah.
You Should Be Dancing. So that was the disco stuff. God, I love Chat GPT. It's like just incredible.
Me too.
Just incredible. It makes you
Yeah.
the genius of every live stream.
Yeah, Under the Moon of Love.
Oh yeah. Surely Wally were great, weren't they?
Yeah, I've seen them quite a few.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right.
Mike, you're probably thinking of No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, that's it. That was the other big single. And there was Hello Hooray as well was the single, wasn't it?
Yeah, they both came out. $1 Billion Babies, Halo of Flies, Teenage Lament. They all came out 73. Schools Out and Elected.
I've got a copy of I've got a copy of Teenage Lament. It's very sort of punky, isn't it? And it's sort of its outlook.
Yeah, talking about Alice Cooper, you know that the Alice Cooper band are putting out an album. The Revenge of Alice Cooper.
Yeah. I can remember sort of back in the 70s that there used to be this really I don't know. I suppose if you like golf, it'll be all right. But it was called Around with Alice, and it was Peter Alice, and he'd take celebrities around the golf course. And he'd have a chat with them as they went round, and it was pretty corny stuff. But Alice Cooper was on it.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
It was such a revelation, isn't it? You see, Alice Cooper is just a sort of like, he's a stage persona. It's he's a fiction, but you kind of like to think that that's what the person is like, and he's and it's this guy, in his golf gear. I think he's got makeup on though, or some of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a low-digit handicapper. He plays off.
I know. He's really good, isn't he? Yeah,
he is. Yeah, Andy's got it. Lee Trevino was the sidekick that day because it was Alice. Peter Alice was just walking around chatting, and the two guys playing with Vince Fernier and Lee Trevino.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right, hang on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a story about Alice
Most
Cooper.
Alice Cooper WB singles, or Warner Brothers singles, were remixes, alternate versions. Mm.
Yeah, apparently.
Terry said Alice Cooper Band covered Sunrise by the Aussie we do not name.
Can you
Yeah.
guess what it is yet?
Yeah, yeah. Did you see? Did you see sort of Harris playing Ben in the in Jack's quiz?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, they were sort of at the start. They were sort of sparring with each other, and sort of making a big thing about this is the Ashes. This is England against Australia. And then one of them said, "Yeah, Jimmy Savile against Rolf Harris."
Oh,
Well, for the list, Ian, isn't it? Savile versus Harris.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
there you go. There's a memory for you, Mike. The days of 3 TV channels. Do you remember?
3? There were 3.
BBC, yeah,
I
BBC
thought there were only
One,
2 when I was
BBC One,
when I was little.
yeah, BBC One and ITV, and then along came David Attenborough and BBC Two.
Yeah, yeah. When did BBC Two start? Was it late 60s?
Was it 69?
No, you're well out.
Oh,
You're well out. 1964.
well done, Terry, as well.
Right.
Terry knows.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got something to show. I had something turn up in the post this week.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to turn the lights on
Oh,
because it's bright. Ah, there you see. You lean forward and it brightens up
okay.
because you're getting your computer screen. No, you'll need your proper light.
Oh, you need me proper light. Okay. Hold on, folks. Do a plug in. Oh, right. It might go all bright in a minute. Ah!
live from the West Northampton.
There we go. Right, I've got something. I pre-ordered this, and it was taking a little time to come.
Hang on, Andy, you're dead right. It felt like that, and Richard's even more right. The incredibly low price of whatever. You can have hundreds of channels that all suck. Dead right.
Yeah.
I watch 1, 2. At the moment, I'm watching 4 programs in a whole week. That's it. That's all my TV.
Yeah. But,
And most of those are now recorded for convenience.
yeah. I mean, Channel 4 were quite different, though, weren't they?
Terry was there at Lodge Live in Southend. It did, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Great. Yeah.
Sorry, Ian, we interrupted your moment.
Okay.
Say when.
Now. So I pre-ordered this and it was late, and then I had a message saying because it's been very popular, I'd run out, but it finally came on Saturday.
Oh! Is that the remastered DVD?
Yes, it's the remastered, all singing, all dancing Blu-ray, and you get the DVD as well. So
excellent.
So that Flame in Flame stands out. It's quite clever. So you take that one off, and then you get it again, and so you get a DVD,
Right,
and the Blu-ray.
Ah, oh, that's fantastic.
And then you get a lovely little book.
All right.
With some great pictures of the band and story about the band. Apart from the film, you get some great interviews.
Mm-hmm.
As Woman Noddy, which is absolutely super, and how they made it. And then you've got the audio commentary as well, which I haven't watched that with. but watching the film remastered, re-shinged, it sounds absolutely fantastic.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get that. I really need.
Well, you have to, because it's
Yeah.
just joy. I mean, full blast, surround sound. They've cleaned it up lovely. It sounds great.
Yeah.
So I feel complete now because
Yeah.
There you go.
there we go. Slade in Flame in its glory. How does it
No,
feel?
no, it's not complete. Where's the cassette and where's the CD?
Oh, no. That's all I need.
No, come on. Come on, be fair, Dave. Be fair. You know, he's got the vinyl, he's got the Blu-ray. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's there's just such good stories. Do you hear how does it feel? So, if you're a Slade fan, it's must. It's a must. It's like how owning Slade Alive. It's a must for all Slade fans that remember this film. It's a dark film, of course, but it's just a lot of the
We watch it when I come around here.
Yeah, you can we'll put it on. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy it in its glory.
Exact same content on DVD as the Blu-ray disc, or do they?
Yeah, I don't know why I've got thing, but I suppose it's good if you haven't got or someone wants to borrow it.
Right.
Yeah, but that doesn't usually factor into the purse strings.
No.
A DVD costs X. A Blu-ray costs X plus X. Blu-rays are more expensive. So
Anyway,
to get both.
His lordship is shouting, so I'm going to go and find out what he wants.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Andy's right. The Tube
Take a
was
meeting.
also on Channel 4.
What's that?
Andy was saying the chat had been talking about continuing on about Channel 4. He was saying the Tube was also on Channel 4. It was required Friday tea time viewing for the teenage.
It was for me. It was on at just the right time, and it was actually it was on because they knew that sort of teenagers, young adults would be out going down the pub at about sort of 7 or 8 o'clock, so they put it on early.
Yeah.
Yeah, tea time.
Give you a talking point before you go down the pub.
Well, yeah. You'd say, did you see it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you had the more risque stuff came on around about 11:30.
Yeah. I mean, they went through a phase, didn't they? And they put on sort of what you might describe as art films late at night.
Yes. Yeah, but you also had...
It was sort of basically pornography in a foreign language. Yeah, and they really went for it, didn't they, Channel 4? They had to be different.
Yeah, but you also had that Euro...
Oh, Eurotrash.
That's it, Eurotrash. Antoine. Yeah, and the fashion designer.
Jean-Paul Gaultier, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. and it really was.
It was trash. Yeah, and there was always a segment involving that little dog.
Oh God, yeah.
put the reindeer antlers on the dog and all put the tutu.
Yeah,
it was weird, but it was fun.
It was very camp, wasn't it? I mean,
God, yes,
that was the whole thing. But and then there was of course the word.
Terry's remembered it.
Oh, the red triangle. Yeah. They would do that, wouldn't they? That's what I was thinking. Yeah, these films that they'd show sort of after about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're right, Andy. Best pornography. Yeah.
Wasn't Toya involved in some kind of program like that?
She was.
What was it called?
It wasn't the Tube. It was the other one that came on. It would have been on before Eurotrash.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking it's Saturday night. Was it Friday night or was it Saturday night? We mentioned this 2 or 3 weeks back because
I remember being on it. I just can't think what it was. It was kind of like a chat show or something about sex or something, wasn't it? I can't remember now.
yes,
They made discussions, didn't they? When everyone was getting pissed.
Yeah, there was
they were sat on a couch that looked like a pair of lips. A big red lippy couch.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the word.
No, it was. There was. Yeah, this thing that was meant to be a. But it was meant to be a serious discussion, but they kind of forgot to tell the guests sort of quite how serious it was. I think. I remember Tracy Emin being on, absolutely pissed.
Yes, yeah. It was started by
Lily Allen's dad.
Oh,
Fat Les.
Fat Les, yeah. Keith Allen. He turned up pissed as well on one of them. Yeah. Yeah, the word. Oh, God. Yeah, there was a segment on the word, and it was called The Hopefuls. Do you remember that? And it kind of was a sort of it kind of imagined sort of what television would become, and television did become like this. And it was people, just sort of ordinary sort of punters, who contacted the word and said, "I'll do anything to be on television." And that's what they did. And each week there was this segment with some loser who wanted so desperately to be on the telly that they'd humiliate themselves.
Oh God, yes.
There was one when this guy, they got him to kiss this old granny, and and just before they started snogging, she took her false teeth out, and it was disgusting.
I mean, Channel.
Yeah, Oliver Reed. Yeah,
and now they do that every week. It's called entertainment. That naked attraction.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
exactly. Yeah. I think Terry's right. That discussion program, that was when Oliver Reed got his old man out. Yeah, but and of course, Ollie Reed had a sort of had a history, didn't he, of turning up absolutely pissed to interviews. But there's a Parkinson one, isn't there? Yeah.
Got it. The Good Sex Guide.
That's it.
Yeah.
Was he on Top of the Pops completely pissed?
Yes.
Was he a guest or something?
Yeah, he was doing, oh God. There was him, and he was doing a voiceover. And he was 3 sheets to the wind.
Yeah.
I remember him being kind of ushered away.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. It was. You've seen it on the cartoons. Literally, the long handle with the hook on the end came out. And he got dragged off quite literally.
There's a wonderful skit on Spitting Image, and it's Peter O'Toole and Oliver Reed are out on the night. It's the next morning, and Peter O'Toole goes. He said, "I went to bed with Peter O'Toole. I've woken up with Peter O'Toole." And then Oliver Reed, "Because you've been out with Oliver Reed."
Oh God.
Yeah.
No, I remember Peter O'Toole being on with Parkinson, and he was relating a story to Parky, blah blah. And there we were. There was Ollie Reed, and there was somebody. There were 2 or 3 actors, and they'd done the afternoon. They'd done the afternoon show, out for a beer afterwards and whatnot. And 3 sheets to the wind. And said, "Come on, let's go to the theatre. Let's go and see this play. I've heard it's really good." Okay, so they wandered in, got their ticket, sat down, they're sitting watching. Peter O'Toole turns to Ollie. He says, "You like this bit? This is where I come on." Oh shit!
My dad had a few friends who used to hang around at Oliver Reed, and in the pub he used to go into. Because he lived somewhere in Sussex, didn't he?
Mm.
And he would get naked women to walk down the street, and all sorts of shenanigans he would get into. Unbelievable. We used to piss in the bloody plant pot in the pub outside. all sorts of things.
I think Peter O'Toole showed up on the Johnny Carson show, riding a camel, delivering beer. You know this story?
Oh, yes, I've heard this story.
Yeah.
And smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. Yes. Broke all the rules. He just wander on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about Oliver Reed drank 56 pints. There's a story. I don't know which Aussie touring side flew up from Australia to play England. And when they had their stopover in Singapore, they had to restock the beer. Because between Sydney and Singapore, they drank the plane dry of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not surprised, but you know,
the biggest culprits were Doug Walters, Rodney Marsh, and Dennis Lilly, apparently.
yeah. It's a pity they didn't do that just before sort of going out to battle Lords, isn't it? We might have had a chance. Yeah. Oh yeah, another thing about Oliver Reed is that he bought a racehorse, and apparently there are quite sort of strict rules for what you can actually
He
name.
used to breed them, I think, didn't he, Mike?
Yeah, I think you're right. But apparently there are sort of rules. The jockey club has to sort of approve the name of your horse.
Sussex was sorry he owned a big mansion, didn't he? And he was breeding them there.
Yeah, I think you're right. And he had this horse, and he wanted to call it "Go on, my son," so he could hear the racing commentators play it.
That's right. Yeah.
Go on, my son.
Yeah, go on, my son, just like that.
Yeah.
Was the name approved?
No.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, he was a legend, though, wasn't he?
He was.
Oh yeah, Dave's just put this one.
Hey, what?
Oliver Reed. And
Oh,
Peter.
oh, God, yes, that.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine it having Peter O'Toole, Keith Moon, and Ollie Reed in the same room?
Yeah.
Think that they were absolute masters at their day job.
Alice Cooper and Keith Moon and Peter Sellers were great friends. I think they were neighbors in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Right.
Wow.
that would have been fun, wouldn't it? The night out with Fernier and Peter Sellers.
Yeah.
He's falling in the water.
That's the Goons.
Yeah, that's just one of my favourite quotes from the Goons when Peter said, "He's falling in the water."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Jim.
I was in the charity shop the other day, and I came across that record where he's hung himself. You just see a pair of legs hanging. It's Peter Sellers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you didn't pick it up?
No.
Yeah. The Goons were sort of like, it was the start of that kind of scatological sort of like humour, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. That it was
Comedy without jokes, if you know what I mean. It was all about phrasing and the situation.
well, they were taking the piss out of the Brits in general, but they were also getting around the Lord Chancellor's office. because scripts had to be approved by the Lord Chancellor and the BBC. And if the Lord Chancellor said no, then no, you couldn't use it. So they paraphrased stuff. They got away with blue bloody murder. But there was them. Oh crikey! John Pertwee, the Navy Lark.
Yeah.
They got away with an awful lot of risque. What's the best way to put it? Behavior. But yeah, there was a lot of double entendre going around. But the goons were madcap. The scatological stuff came from somewhere else.
You see, I want to know how Spike Milligan come up with a 30-minute show based being stuck in a postbox in London.
He wrote some pretty good books, Spike Milligan.
He did.
Yeah.
He was a prolific.
My dad owned a few. They're pretty good reads.
Yeah, and he used to write some really funny poetry as well, didn't they?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
But you originally in the Goons, you had Michael Benteen.
Yes.
Yeah.
As well, and that man, he was a comic genius. I can still listen to Michael Benteen shows today, and still literally fall off the chair laughing.
Yeah. He was a big writer, wasn't he, for others?
Yes.
Well, both of them.
Yeah.
Milligan wrote an awful lot for other people.
Yeah.
I think one of my favourite Michael Benteen things was when he did the football results.
Yeah.
Because he was close to winning the polls himself. It was, Sissy! But I used to love as a kid Michael Benteen's Potty Time.
Potty time?
Michael Benteen's Potty Time, yeah. Potty Time. Look it up on Google. It's on YouTube.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
These characters, all hair and nose. And then they used to have the flea circus thing, didn't they? The little flea.
Yeah.
They did. My favourite's the Escape from Colditz. Brilliant. And he did all the voices.
Yeah. And you used to get the drum roll, didn't you, before the flea did its big trick.
Yeah. But he was the only man that presented a TV show in his guard's uniform, his guard's blazer and tie. Very smart, very funny man. You know, you had to watch Potty Time. You know, it was just hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? That was the first time I came across Michael Benteen, because I didn't really know the Goons until, quite late on, really. Until after they finished.
This is it. I came across the Goons in Cyprus because coming out of church, Mum and Dad would do their thing in the church hall. I was bored. I went out. Dad, can I go? Can I have the car keys? Can I go and listen to the radio? Okay, here you go. And I went in, tuned in, and the Goon shows, and it was the Romans invading Britain, and you had the three of them. Right, you get on my shoulders. 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 There's only three characters, and they're already, who's underneath. You try and visualize these three, somebody up midair. This is daft. This is funny. And then, they meet the old philosopher in Rome, and are you two together? No. Why? He says, because you're falling apart. Why are we falling apart? Because you're not holding on to each other. And it just went round in this loop. This is absolutely stupid. And I just started giggling, and I couldn't stop. And thereafter, I tuned into the Goons every Sunday. Dad, can I have the car keys?
Yeah.
Why?
It's funny,
okay.
And even the music interludes, I mean, they're a bit cheesy, but some of it was bizarre. You got a bloke playing a harmonica or the spoons. It weren't
Well, no,
normal.
he made a career out of that,
Right.
playing the harmonica. But you also had, oh God, it wasn't Count Basie. Oh God, who the hell was it? Yeah, Duke Ellington, I think it was, playing the piano with his band. It was one of
Really?
the two musical interludes,
Yeah.
and it was really good.
Well, it's quite a prestige.
Oh
Yes.
God, yes. Let's have a look here.
That's it, Max Geldrive. Well done, sir.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
remembered.
It was what you used to get, Simon. You'd get 15 minutes of non-stop gags and skits all thrown together. The music was there to bring it down, and then you went back to the story. Everything had a story, and it all went round Neddy Seagan, didn't it?
Yeah. Actually, another thing about Harry Seacombe, because, as I say, it came to the Goons sort of like very late. They'd finished. So again, I knew Harry Seacombe as this, kind of almost an operatic type singer.
Mm-hmm.
But my mum and dad absolutely loved his songs. And I couldn't see it. And I was really surprised, when he was one of the Goons. Didn't realise,
He was the one who would corpse. He would start giggling at a joke.
Yeah.
And the rest of them would follow suit. And Sellers was just as bad, if not worse. Because you could hear him laughing as he's saying his lines, and he's getting his characters muddled up. I think, hang on. Rewind and do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they were doing that live in front of an audience while being broadcast and recorded for overseas, and broadcast on I think it was the home service back then.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about radio in those days and early TV, is that it was done live to camera, wasn't it?
Yes.
They would, yeah, and they'd be standing there with the script in their hand, reading stuff out. I can remember seeing the last Goon Show with Prince Charles in the audience. They did a special, and he arrived, and he was in the audience, and they got him to come up, and here's a script, join in. It was hilarious. It was brilliant.
It was a big event, wasn't it? That?
It was.
Was it at the Palladium or somewhere? Well, it was in a
prestigious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was. Was it?
Yeah. The other thing with Harry Seacombe, he actually appeared in Hancock. When Tony Hancock went AWOL, didn't he?
Yes. Yes. He stood in for four
or five episodes. Yeah, and then when Tony came back, they made a sprint where they went to see him in Swansea. I only know this because that's because some of these are the missing thing. But your man Neil Pearson, he had the scripts and they redone them all. And do you know they got to play Harry Seacombe? Harry Seacombe's son.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was brilliant. They got him to do it. It was It just sounded like Harry. But I mean, I love them lost tapes. You've got, what's his name? The guy that plays Tony is brilliant. The guy that played Bill Kerr. Then because it's absolutely brilliant, and I laugh at them.
Bill Kerr was Bill Kerr.
Harry Seacombe.
Oh, that's right. No, Charles wasn't there for the last Goon Show of all.
All right.
Princess Anne was there, and a telegram was read out from Charles because Charles was on board the Minesweeper. He was doing his Navy service at the time, and he sent a telegram saying that he couldn't be there, but he hoped that this wannabe goon could join in someday. He did, because they reformed much later and did a one-off, and he joined in.
It was a bit like Yes Minister, wasn't it? They got Maggie to join in.
Yeah, they got all sorts. It was brilliant.
Yeah. That was Maggie's favourite show, wasn't it? Yes Minister.
Yes Minister and Yes Prime Minister. Oh yes, because it was so bloody accurate. Mike will know what I mean. Whatever.
I know. I know what you mean. I mean, I've been involved in conversations like that.
Yeah.
How do you get the minister to agree to what you want them to agree to? Which is, it's the art, isn't it? It's an art.
I'm sure between you and Dave, Mike, I bet you knew a Sir Humphrey. You knew a Sir Humphrey, didn't you?
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. I knew several.
Yeah,
well, yeah, because I ended up in the cabinet office. Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, I bet that was a laugh a minute. I had the cabinet office.
Oh God. Yeah, especially whenever your office is a 24/7, 365 office.
Yeah.
Never shuts. And the door directly opposite who's looking into your office is the duty officer. you can't get away with anything.
Yeah.
Yes. Andy's got it. Barry Seacombe.
Yeah. Anyway, I suppose that better. Getting past the hour. Anyway, next week.
Yes.
Do you want to do what we did? We did the 60s. Do you want to have a think about songs from the 70s that were?
Yeah. Why not?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Define the 70s.
Yeah, I've got sort of like one or two sort of stories I think relating to me and music in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, I think I have this
bit early.
Lots of stories. Anyway, I have only got one thing to show for the thumbnail tonight, so that's probably just what I'm going to show.
Yeah, I'll show what I showed.
Yeah, I think I'll do both. Thank you.
That's 2 up.
Yeah.
There's 3 up.
Bit of die another day.
There's 4 up.
25 pence in the charity shop.
Hey!
Blu-ray.
Good.
Guess what? 5 up.
Hey!
Yay!
There you go. The Raging Nathans live from Wonkfest.
Yes.
So 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. There we go.
Wonderful.
And that's us. And boop, boop. Hello, folks. Goodbye, folks. It's the end of the show.
Yes. Yeah, before we go, it's all over to Simon's tomorrow. And what are we doing, Simon?
We're showing records which were brought brand new for under £10.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's going to be quite a select records if you're going to be up for this challenge.
If you're still going when I get back from the rugby, I might come in for the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for everyone watching. I hope Nick gets better. He's not. I know he wasn't too
well. Yeah.
So we'll see you soon, Nick, and you'll see me tomorrow with Simon. Unfortunately,
and you won't see me.
So thank you very much for watching. Bye, folks.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye. Bye.